In this video, we're discussing some of the things I absolutely hate about Wilmington, North Carolina. Let's go. What's up, guys? I'm Avery with the Living in Jacksonville team. Thank you for tuning into the video. Guys, as much as we love making these videos for you guys, we would love even more to help you with a real estate need. So that phone number and email address popping up on the screen, I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails. I would love to have a conversation with you, and the Living in Jacksonville team would love to help you make a smooth move, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days. But without further ado, guys, today we're discussing some of the things that I absolutely hate about Wilmington, North Carolina. Right, so jumping into it, first things first, and this is an interesting one, to say the least, is a very sour cat pee-like smell. Wilmington, a lot of the locals know this, especially in the summer months, it's particularly bad, but notice in Wilmington, a very sour smell, right? And it comes from a number of things, but the main reason that we've sort of discovered over time is a factory called Fortron Industries. And basically, that smell apparently comes from the process of washing plastics in acetone. And then the air is, like the vapors and stuff are released into the air, and that's what causes that foul smell. Also, there's said to be smells from some of the plants near the Cape Fear River, and then also, in my opinion, partly due to some of the swampy smell as well, because I live in Holly Ridge and we get some of that smell periodically too, and it's from the swamp right off the intercoastal. So especially in the summer months when things get heated up and you know, everything's just kind of airborne, yes, there's a sour smell, and a lot of the locals will complain about it. You know, you live with it, right? It's something that you live with. It doesn't impact anything else other than your nose, as far as we know anyway. But it is something that people just generally dislike about the area. All right, and thing number 2 that I hate about Wilmington is the job market. Here in Wilmington, we have a ton of entrepreneurs and a ton of small businesses, right? So like mom and pop shops, things like that, right? Small businesses. That makes for a very competitive landscape in terms of the job market. If you're going to UNCW, or your kid is going to UNCW, or, you know, somewhere else, right? And they're moving back here to Wilmington to find a job, it is going to be competitive, and they are going to have a challenge ahead of them to find a job. It just is what it is. Because we have so many small businesses and so many entrepreneurs, right? There's only so many jobs available, and the jobs that are available have a pretty high wish list. So all of your qualifications, right? It's kind of like an entry-level job needs to have a bachelor's degree plus 10 years experience, right? I'm joking, but that's sort of, you know, the landscape here. It's a very challenging job market. I know I have a lot of friends that, you know, just struggle getting jobs in this area because it's so competitive. There's like 100 people applying for the job, 50 of them interview, and, you know, they have no chance to get in. So, you know, that is definitely a complaint about the area. With that said, there's a ton of great companies that offer a ton of jobs, like Thermo Fisher. You know, there's a lot of other like mom and pop stores and shops and stuff that, and restaurants that you can get jobs at and become management. But it is challenging. You will have to fight for your position, and you're definitely gonna have to fight to keep that job and actually rise through the ranks. All right, and thing number 3 that I hate about Wilmington is that everybody thinks you're a tourist. You go to a restaurant, you go to a brewery, you go to any shop, right? Any store along the beach or in town, and people will talk to you as if you're a tourist and they don't know that you live here, right? So they're trying to like educate you about the area and that kind of thing, kind of like I'm doing on this video. I can't tell you how many restaurants I've been to where, because I don't have a southern accent, people think I'm a tourist, and they start talking to me like, oh, you know, you should go to this place because this is a local favorite, or this store, or this, right? And I always embrace the conversation, but I also let them know that, hey, I'm literally like 20 minutes up the road, and actually I do business here all the time, right? So no matter how long you live here, as long, like, if you're not a regular at a restaurant or a brewery or something where like they get to know you and get to know your name and your order and that kind of thing, they do think you're a tourist and they'll talk to you like a tourist. So that is one thing that I hate, and I think a lot of locals, you know, would agree with that too, because it seems like everybody will get talked to like they're a tourist until they prove otherwise. So that's just another thing that I hate about the area. And one more thing I hate about Wilmington, and this is just being nitpicky. This is me coming from a spoiled lifestyle in upstate New York, with a bunch of farmland and that kind of thing. You have to take the highway to go just about anywhere. Wilmington has so many waterways that, you know, it's expensive to build bridges. And so when you're talking about driving somewhere, you have to take the highway to get there, whether it's to your local grocery store, or, you know, you have to cut through downtown for whatever reason, or you're trying to get out to Jacksonville for whatever reason, or down to Myrtle Beach or whatever. There is no such thing as back roads with coastal living. There's no such thing, because there's so many waterways that, you know, there's not enough bridges to support all of it. So you have to hop into the highway and then cut over into the neighborhood or the area that you're trying to get to. So it does get kind of annoying that you have to, you know, go outside of an area, get onto the highway, drive on the highway for 5 minutes, get off, and then get to the store or get to your friend's house or whatever you're going to do. You know, I'm kind of used to an area that you can take back roads wherever you want to go. You can take this road to that road to this road, and it's all connecting back roads. As long as you know your way around, you know, it's pretty easy, right? And it's you can take the road less traveled if you want to. Here in Wilmington, you're going to be taking the highway. You're going to be taking some busy roads to get to where you want to go, because there are so many waterways, and there's just not that many connecting back roads to get to where you want to go. Now, with that said, if you're out in some of the suburbs, Hampstead, Holly Ridge, Sneads Ferry, you can find back roads that connect. But if you're trying to get from like Hampstead to Wilmington or Holly Ridge to Wilmington, you're going to have to take the highway and get to wherever you're going. So that part of it is also kind of annoying, because I don't like the highway sometimes. Most of the time I don't like the highway, and a lot of people don't like the highway sometimes, with the congestion and the traffic and being busy and speed and jerk drivers, so on and so forth, right? You get it. It's just kind of annoying, and that is another thing that I hate about the area. You know, Wilmington's a wonderful place to live. Downtown's awesome, the city's awesome, the beach is awesome. Just being in a coastal town is awesome. And there's a lot of development going on, a lot of gentrification. The highways are becoming better and better with the bypasses being built, and all of the things, right? But just like any major area, just like any city, there are definitely some downfalls that I just addressed. And so, you know, look at those downfalls, see if it's actually a downfall for you. It might not be, but If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to reach out. Or if you're interested in looking at some real estate here in the Wilmington or Eastern North Carolina region, that phone number and email address popping up on the screen, I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails. I would love to have a conversation with you. But until the next video, guys, peace. See you later.